Alright guys, let's look for a cheap car today. So, we'll go to cars and trucks. We'll sort by 30 miles within downtown Manhattan. Started off at 600 bucks. We'll do a max price of 2,000. Keep it cheap. Uh, we'll do, 2010. 2000 to 2010. That's an interesting decade. Probably the third most expensive decade, to be honest. I think the 80s are probably the cheapest right now. Odometer will keep that blank. We'll hit update search. It's probably going to be, okay, 1,000 cars. That is a lot. Okay. Let's just find a couple of interesting cars. We'll sort by cheapest price. Now, this is what I usually do. Every day I'll have this search saved. Just because it's a pretty common search. Sometimes you can pick up fairly cheap cars with this search filter. Tend to stay away from Jettas. Anything that has really shitty pictures, I'm not really that interested in. The pickings are relatively slim so far. Jeep Cherokee needs work runs. I stay away from needs work. Anything that looks like it's in an alley, don't care about. I guess what the stipulation or requirement for this is going to be fun car, right? We'll look for something that's fun. Oh, that's kind of an interesting car, but that's obviously not going to be very fun, and it's probably a piece of shit. Yeah, look at that, piece of shit. Protege. Surprisingly, these Proteges are really cheap, and they feel very sporty. So we'll take a look at this. It's a real New York car. You can kind of tell because of the license plate. The interior looks like shit, but as you can imagine, cars in this price range, you're gonna have to give up some pretty shitty parts in the back. Is that a Protege type something? F type S? I'm not really sure. Let's see. Daily driven. What's wrong with it? No issues. Urgent issues. Wheel bearing and horn. It's a little too much. It's a little too much, so we're going to pass on that. Impala LS 800. Now, I know we said fun car, but, cruising sometimes is fun. Need some love. What does it need? Transmission fluid. I probably have to look that up to see if that's a big deal. One picture. I'm going to pass on that. BMWs, if you're into spending money, you can look at those. I kind of like it. Those are some fun cars, but for now we'll keep it cheap and fun being the operative words. As I say that, I see a BMW that looks pretty interesting. They're going to have some warning lights, right? They're going to have some warning lights. Yeah, we're going to pass on that one. A 5 Series engine misfire. A 3.2. There's probably something wrong with that for 900 bucks if it looks that clean. Good for parts. Yeah, look at that. This thing is dented to shit. No thank you. Mercury Sable Wagon. These are funny little cars. As you can see, pass. Rows of just fucking passing. Alright, next page. We got 10 pages. I don't know if we'll go through them all, but once we find a good car, might stop there. Celica looks riced out. Probably is riced out. It could just be the wheels, to be honest. I mean, he's obviously using the tricolor wash at the public do-it-yourself wash places. Is that a GTS? I don't believe it. I don't believe that. Oh my god, that's some New York bumper stains for you right there. Some love taps. I mean, overall, that said, it doesn't have as much rust as I would think it has, but it doesn't have any interior pictures. Big red flag. Big red flag. If there's no interior pictures, so we'll pass on that one. Alright, these are pretty slim pickings, to be honest. We're at $1,000 right now. Is it even possible for parts? Or what's wrong with this thing? This Land Rover, blown head gasket. Come on. New coolant leak. I bet the interior's nice. Look at that. I mean, Land Rovers in general of the 2000s have nice interiors from what I've seen, and then you kind of show up and it, obviously has a little bit more wear in person, but the engines and just drivetrain are sort of a big issue. This is an interesting Celica. Look at this. The seats are going to be like shit, but it looks stock. 236,000 front bumper. Honestly, this looks 230,000 miles. It's probably going to be pretty nimble. I'm pretty sure the front seats are relatively cheap. You can pick those up at like a junkyard. Oh, this is probably the first good one. Please don't be salvage. Please don't be salvage. Clean. Interesting. Does it have a phone number? Yes, it does. Denroy. Call your boy Denroy. Posted 7 days ago. $1,000 for a 2002 Toyota Celica. Pretty good. That is pretty good. So let's see. We could go further, but maybe we can stop there. Yeah, this is probably one of the better ones you can pick up for $1,000. So we did it. We'll keep on doing this. I look at this all day, every day, for different filters, etc. But this is probably the one. You're looking for a cheap car in New York City. We found $1,000, a cheap, fun car. It is automatic. The seats, are probably torn up, but again, they're cheap. Yeah, and from the pictures, it looks pretty good. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. A success.